welcome to the weekend edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. One of India's most senior politicians, Lal Krishna Advani, is to be honored with the Bharat Ratna, the country's top civilian award, in recognition of exemplary service to the nation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the decision on social media and described him as the most respected statesman of our times, and his contribution to the development of India is monumental. The 96-year-old leader, who belongs to the governing BJP, was Deputy Prime Minister in the administration of Atal Bihari Vajpayee and served in both houses of parliament from 1970 till 2019. Once a firebrand leader, his public appearances have become rare, and his name has barely been in the news since his retirement. The governing DMK party in Tamil Nadu has declared it will stage a protest on Thursday at the Parliament complex because the state was neglected in the national budget. Senior leader T.R. Balu said the lawmakers from the party will be dressed in black shirts to express their disappointment with the interim budget. He said the protest will be held before the statue of Mahatma Gandhi at the Parliament compound, and he urged the party's political allies to show solidarity and join the demonstration. There's unease in some states which believe they have not been allotted their fair share of federal funds. The DMK is a leading member of the opposition India bloc, which is trying to emerge as a strong challenger to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's BJP in the general elections due in May. Lawmakers of the JMM and its ally the Congress Party have been moved to a private resort in Hyderabad, a familiar exercise in India to protect them from defecting to rival parties. The lawmakers of Jharkhand are supporters of Chief Minister Shampe Soren, who took office on Friday in the eastern state and faces a test of strength in the House next week. The lawmakers were flown by a private plane from Ranchi, and they will be flown back just in time for the vote. A political drama unfolded this week when the previous Chief Minister Hemant Soren was untraceable for some time before he turned himself in at Ranchi and arrested in a land fraud case in Ranchi. Indian model Poonam Pandey has been heavily trolled after she faked her own death from cervical cancer. A day after her death was posted on an Instagram account she controls, the actor said she was alive, and the post was aimed at drawing attention and triggering a conversation about the disease. Herself being a social media influencer, she drew anger across social networks for lying about her death. As users pointed out, there were so many other ways to raise awareness about the disease. While being a Bollywood actor, Pandey won fame for her role in the television reality show Lock Up and has millions of followers. India's Ministry of External Affairs has stated that it has reached a solution to continue the operation of Indian aviation platforms that provide humanitarian and medevac services to the people of Maldives. Both sides held a second meeting of the high-level core group, which was formed to discuss the issue of Indian military personnel withdrawing from the island nation. Reports from Maldives said India will replace its troops at the 3 Maldivian aircraft platforms by May 10th, with the first phase of the process finished by March 10th. President of Maldives Mohamed Muizzu told India last month that it remove all of its armed forces from the island by March 15th. Muizzu, who was elected in November, is widely seen as drifting away towards China. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and Navy Chief Admiral R. Hari Kumar commissioned the upgraded Navy ship Santhayak at the Naval Dockyard in Visakhapatnam. The previous version of the ship, with the same name, served with the Navy from 1981 to 2021. In his comments at the event, Singh said the Indian Navy is stronger now than before, with the capability to respond to security threats in the Indian Ocean and the Pacific region. He also warned that India will not tolerate threats from pirates or smuggling operations under any circumstances. Reports quoting Global News say that Canada has marked India as a possible threat to its elections. The report was based on a declassified intelligence dossier prepared by Canadian intelligence. The report comes months after a bitter diplomatic row sparked by Canada's accusation that India was behind the killing of a Sikh separatist activist in British Columbia last June. The charge was immediately denied by New Delhi. India is the third country, after Russia and China, which have been accused by Canada of meddling in its elections. Since September, ties between New Delhi and Ottawa had spiraled down to a level never seen before, as India expelled dozens of diplomats and ordered curbs on visas for Canadian citizens. The captivating Dal Lake in Srinagar has been attracting dozens of tourists despite the freezing weather. Domestic and international tourists were seen around the lake, which turns into sheets of ice when the temperature hit -degrees. Renowned as a global tourism attraction, the picturesque lake is popular among tourists with a fascination for the houseboats that line up the edges of the lake. Despite the chilly weather, warm-hearted enjoyment seemed to enhance the allure and enchantment of the area, promising an unparalleled and unforgettable experience for all who dared to hit the lake. Elsewhere in Kashmir, tourists flocked to regions that witnessed snowfall, which was heavy in some locations, burying roads and blanketing rooftops, as schools and colleges were ordered to shut down. Reports say Financial Crimes Investigator ED or Enforcement Directorate will investigate the digital payments firm Paytm Payments Bank to uncover suspected money laundering. This week, the Reserve Bank of India ordered the company to cease its popular mobile wallet service along with other operations amid chronic non-compliance and regulatory concerns. It said the company should cease its operations by the 29th of February. The move is a significant setback, as the company was in the midst of attempts to convince investors that Paytm can turn around years of losses and make profits that will last. The multinational financial technology firm, based in the commercial hub of Noida near Delhi, was founded in 2010 and soon became a household name in India. Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has been handed a third jail term in as many days, which Khan has described as politically motivated. A court sentenced him and his wife Bushra Khan to 7 years after ruling that their marriage in 2018 was illegal. Earlier, the 71-year-old Khan, who is currently in jail, was sentenced to 10 years for leaking state secrets and 14 years for selling state goods unlawfully, alongside his wife. Khan has been banned from contesting in the country's general election on Thursday, which is widely expected to be won by his rival and former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif of the Pakistan Muslim League, a faction of which he controls. The US has launched strikes on 85 targets in Syria and Iraq after a drone strike on a US military facility on Sunday killed 3 US soldiers. According to US CENTCOM, its forces carried out airstrikes on the Quds Force of the Islamic Revolutionary Guards of Iran and associated militias. The US blamed Iran for the attack on the base called Tower 22, which left over 40 people injured. Iran disputes the allegations, stating that it was not involved in the decision-making of resistance groups and labeling them baseless. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights War Monitor claims that at least 18 pro-Iranian fighters were killed in the attacks. Iraq's prime minister denounced the US attack as an infringement on his country's sovereignty. American actor Carl Weathers has died at the age of 76. His family said he died peacefully in his sleep and that he was an exceptional human being who lived an extraordinary life. Weathers played Apollo Creed in the first 4 Rocky movies, and among his other credits are Adam Sandler's Happy Gilmore and Arnold Schwarzenegger's Predator. Former California governor and superhero action star Schwarzenegger said on social media that without Weathers, Predator could not have been made, and it was wonderful working with him. Weathers started out as an NFL linebacker, and according to reports, he starred in over 75 movies and TV series during the course of his more than 50-year Hollywood career. Scientists and engineers have touched down in Antarctica to test a drone that will aid in the prediction of climate change effects by experts. Areas of the continent that have been off-limits to scholars will be mapped by the autonomous aircraft. It has been tested in severe weather conditions near the highest peaks in Wales. In order to estimate how quickly the ice could melt and contribute to an increase in sea level worldwide, its first experiment will map the mountains beneath an ice sheet. Current technological capabilities have hampered scientists' ability to learn more about Antarctica. In collaboration with UK business Windracers, the British Antarctic Survey created the new drone that can be easily fixed in the event of a malfunction. Those were the top stories at this hour. Do join us, same time Monday, and have a great weekend.